Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I feel so bad for skipping a week, and honestly, I filmed last week's video. I did. But I could not bring myself to post it, y'all, because I was sick as a dog. My hair was looking crazy. Like, it was embarrassing. And I was like in the video talking about how I don't care about looking crazy, how I really just want you guys to know that I'm committed, and how consistency is the name of the game. And all those things are still true, but I just couldn't. Listen, I could not do it. I couldn't do it. So this week's video is going to be a combination of last week's video and what I already have planned for this week. So this video is about the 7 holiday traditions that I've started with my family that I do not regret. And if I'm being transparent, last week's video was just like really supposed to be motivational and helpful to lift those of us who really don't like the holidays, or like just don't care for the holidays, or for whatever reason aren't in the holiday spirit this year. I wanted those individuals to see that video and feel inspired and empowered to put up a Christmas tree, buy someone a gift, I don't know, bake a Christmas cookie, something, right? I just wanted to really inspire everyone to tap into the holiday spirit, to bring on the holiday cheer. And honestly, the 7 things that I do every year to ignite my own holiday spirit, it's the same thing. It was honestly going to be a very similar video, so I'm going to just go ahead with it. Starting with number 1, a holiday tradition that I do not regret, my annual holiday party. Next video will be all things my holiday party. I'm going to tell y'all why I started the holiday party, what's it about, and then it's going to have a lot of like behind the scenes, I guess, and maybe not behind the scenes, but some like elf cam footage from my holiday party. So you guys are going to see how we get down at Asia's house. But the holiday party is something that I truly look forward to every single year. It is so fun. We play so many games. That's why my last video that you guys probably seen was about Secret Santa etiquette and the 5 golden rules of white elephants. That really, all that I learned in that video came from hosting my holiday party and in hosting parties that I used to have at the bank that I used to work at. I used to throw birthday parties, throw holiday parties. I was always like, oh, let's do something. So I really just try to keep that spirit and keep that energy with my own family and friends. And the best way to do that is to have an annual holiday party, y'all. It's so fun. It can get expensive. Last year I was in the process of buying a house, so I really gave myself a strict budget. And honestly, nobody knew the difference. No one knew the difference. They didn't know for when I spent several $1,000s versus several $100s. So really, you know, maybe some people's gifts were a little less extravagant, but at the end of the day, having a really nice holiday party, even on a budget, is the best thing to add to your holiday lineup for traditions. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Even if it's for just your kids and their friends, or for you and your friends and no kids allowed. If it's just for your family, throwing an annual holiday party is the one thing I do not regret. And I really hope that you guys add this to your holiday tradition list. The second tradition that I've continued for the past 6 years maybe is buying a real tree. I will try to pin little snippets from when my kids and I got our tree this year. It was my daughter's first time Christmas tree shopping with my son and I, because she's only 5 months. And when I tell y'all, it was such a great day, such a fun time. We got a bunch of ornaments. We got a bunch of different decorations. It was so fun. Something about picking out a tree and then taking care of the tree. It just feels good. I don't know how to describe it, but it's something that I look forward to. And the tricky part about getting a real tree is finding the right time to get one, because you don't want to get one too early and it dies early. Then you don't want to get one too late and you don't get to enjoy it long enough. So I found that the sweet spot for me is like the first week of December is when the first week of December. If you live in a place where you can get them around Thanksgiving, then do that. Just keep in mind you have to water your tree, take care of your tree, love on your tree so that it doesn't die. And when it dies, sometimes it can smell a little strong, like a tree. So again, no regrets here. Love getting a real tree, love decorating my real tree. They're so full and beautiful. I, for one, don't mind the real tree smell. It smells like the holidays. That's the best way to describe it. But again, buying a real tree, a Christmas tradition I do not regret. We have picked out our tree, our holiday tradition. Every year we get a tree.
Yeah!
We found the perfect tree.
Yeah! Yay! Yay! We find a tree. So now spring month.
Now let's
is
step
the
away
tree.
and record the tree. Wow, that's a beautiful tree.
That's such a beautiful tree. I buy the tree. I think it would be a good idea if we just got that other one, but this one looks amazing.
Okay, that's perfect because I would not have been able to get it up. A third tradition that I have been doing for 10 years now. I can't even believe it's been that long. I throw a big seafood feast for myself and my family, my intimate family. And y'all, from mussels to clams, crab legs, lobster, shrimp, you name it. I cook, and it's always a great time. Like, it's the one thing I look forward to outside of, all the other great things. Christmas Eve is always fun. You usually let the kid open a gift, and then the seafood feast, the house be smelling good, food be tasting lovely. It's something that I truly look forward to. I look forward to the holidays. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. I told y'all before, your birthday and Christmas, holidays, best holidays hands down. And throwing a seafood feast, I'm a big seafood girl. I love me a good seafood boil. But when you become an adult, you start realizing how expensive seafood is. And you be like, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna be eating lobster every day like we used to back in the day. So I've cut back a little bit. Obviously, I still eat salmon a lot, like a lot of other more affordable seafood. But like lobster, crab legs, I'm not eating it all the time. I used to have this stuff all the time, y'all. In undergrad, when I was younger, my family is big on seafood. I didn't appreciate how expensive it was at the time. But now, living on a budget, trying to be cost conscious, I do not enjoy seafood the way I used to. So with that said, the 24th is something that I look forward to, because I'm like, yes, I get to indulge. I get to eat like a pig, eat all the seafood that I want and not feel bad about it, because it's the one time of the year that I really go all out with all my favorite seafood, big feast. We usually have enough for lunch the next day. That's how much I make. So again, third holiday tradition I do not regret is my annual seafood feast on Christmas Eve. Continuing with the food, and my fourth holiday tradition I do not regret, on Christmas Day, my family and I ordered Chinese food. Now, I started this tradition maybe 9 or 10 years ago, and it's something that I didn't quite understand at first when I adopted the tradition, but now it's something I genuinely look forward to, because again, I don't really eat Chinese food like I used to. Maybe it's because of the city that I live in. They just really don't have great Chinese food. But it's just it's something that I wait and savor for the day of Christmas. Wake the kids up early, open up gifts, have a nice breakfast, and then come dinner time, we get all kinds of Chinese food. Everything: house fried rice, sweet and sour chicken, beef and broccoli, shrimp and broccoli, curry chicken. We get everything. We get the soups. We just be doing the most. But it's something that's fun and something that we started because it's the only restaurant open on Christmas. And most people cook like really big Christmas feasts. But since I do my seafood feast on Christmas Eve, you know, on Christmas, we just want to chill, watch the kids play with the toys, watch Christmas movies. Ain't nobody trying to cook. Ain't nobody trying to cook. And if you do cook, you're going to probably cook one meal and that'll be it. So what do we do to get around that? Chinese food. And the people are honestly, they're really nice on Christmas. I don't know what that's about, but every year, Chinese food on Christmas, another holiday tradition I do not regret. A fifth holiday tradition that I started that I do not regret, Elf on the Shelf. Now this is very new for me, very new. Honestly, this year I have been lackluster. I have failed to record the few times that the elf was engaging in activities. And honestly, I've been busy at work. So I have truly not had the time to get up every morning or even remember to at night to set the elf up. But it's something that I started, my son loves. This is what, our second or third year doing Elf on the Shelf. It's so funny. So my son last year, because he was a little younger, I told him he could not touch the elf. So when the elf came back this year, I was like, help him out the box. So I had a little note set up. It was so cute. I'll pin the picture here so you guys could see. But it was so cute. My son was like, I do not want him coming back. He was acting crazy last year. Like, my son was like, I don't want him to come back. He was doing too much. And then my son was so funny. He was scared to touch the elf because he's like, Mom, I don't think I'm supposed to be touching him. I'm not meant to touch him because last year I could get in trouble for touching him. So I'm like, one, why is your memory that great? Two, you can touch him because you're a little bit older, a little more mature, a little bit more responsible. And he was like, all right, but don't tell Santa I touched him because I don't want nobody getting upset. It was so funny and cute. But the few times I have remembered to set the elf up, my son is like so thrilled. He's like, he did something. Like, it's something amazing to look forward to. And honestly, there are so many cool Elf on the Shelf ideas. I think maybe next year I'm going to be a little bit more intentional on filming some of the things that the elf does around the house and give you guys some ideas. But I'm telling you, it's so funny, so fun. Just seeing the kids' reaction alone is worth adopting this tradition. Another holiday tradition that I do not regret. This is kind of really a small, honestly, it could have been added to something else, but here we are. I'm making it its own thing. I wrap my kids' gifts on Christmas Eve at night when they are asleep. Now, some of you may not like this, but I believe in allowing children to be children as long as they can. And to foster that, I am fully engaged in my kids' imagination, which means at my house, Santa is real. He's alive and kicking, okay? And since he comes on Christmas Eve when the kids are sleeping and when he knows when they're awake, at my house, Santa, me, wrap gifts when the kids are asleep on Christmas Eve. To see my son's face when he goes from seeing a tree with no gifts to all these gifts, is something magical. That's the best way I can describe it. And it's something that I've started doing since I became a mom. And I truly I love it. I grappled with having my kid believe in Santa versus not, being Christian, believing in God and all that. I didn't want to commit a sin, I guess. But I'm just letting him be a kid. Like, is it wrong to let your kid be a kid? I doubt it. So again, at this house, that's what we do. Santa comes, I eat those cookies while my kid is asleep. I wrap those gifts. I crawl in bed, whether it's 3, 4 in the morning, get up whenever he get up, and then we start it, and he's so excited to see his gifts. So excited that Santa thought of him. It's just awesome. So again, another holiday tradition that I do not regret is wrapping gifts on Christmas Eve when those babies are asleep. Another holiday tradition that honestly could have been included, but my last one is baking cookies for Santa. Again, let kids be kids. Let kids be kids. If that's going to help your child believe in Santa, help your child develop an imagination, bake those cookies, leave 2 or 3 on the counter for Santa with a little note, and then eat those cookies when that baby sleeps. And if you're on a diet, throw those cookies away where the baby can't see them. Okay? Bake those cookies. I am not joking. Bake those cookies, okay? It's, again, let kids be kids. I cannot stress that enough. I can't. And at my house, that's how we roll. That's how we roll. We make those cookies, let the kids eat a couple, I eat a couple, or either if I know I'm gonna eat them later, I don't. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna make some for you and Santa. And when the baby's sleeping, eat those cookies, put those gifts out, bam. Happy holidays, everybody. Again, my last couple traditions are very small. I think the big ones I started out with. But this is one that I started, I think, 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, is making a wish list via Elf on the Shelf. So you use your elf to, leave a little note for the kid, and it's basically like, hey, I'm gonna talk to Santa one last time. Let me know what you like. I'll let him know that you've been naughty or nice. And then you let the kid write a Christmas list, a Dear Santa letter. This is what I want. I've been good, or if I haven't been that great, I'm gonna do better. And that's something that's really sweet. And honestly, you can probably do earlier on in the month, because if you're a last minute shopper, then you can get something your kid actually asks Santa for. And again, these last 3 minor traditions, very small traditions, are all about keeping the holiday, or at least Christmas, about your child, and making sure that you're allowing your kid to really tap into their own holiday spirit. Like, I want my kids to grow up and say, wow, the holidays were magical at mommy's house. It just was so much fun. Mommy and daddy, they really made the holidays special. And then hopefully when they have children, they pass all that magic on to their kids, and my grandkids will have something to look forward to from both their parents and then from grandma and grandpa. That's something that is important to me. Family, fun times, creating memories, all this is about enjoying the time that we have in this world, enjoying our children when they're young, really being intentional about what we feed into them. And at the end of the day, all this is love. It's giving love in different ways. It's ensuring that our kids really feel special and important, because the holidays are for them. And if you don't have kids, do it for you. It's fun. Love on yourself. It's so much fun. And again, it really does foster the holiday spirit. I know before I had kids, I loved Christmas, so it was never a problem for me. But if I knew what I know now, and if I was as intentional then as I am now, I would have done some of this stuff for myself, I would have started the seafood feast for just myself. But I waited till I got into a relationship and started to foster all these really cool traditions and just maintained them since. But there's nothing wrong with doing it for you. And you should do it for you, because then you attract people that will do it for you too. So again, my last 3 or 4 very small traditions were all about keeping my kid engulfed in the holiday spirit, having him be excited about the holidays, having him to have something to look forward to, and to always work at igniting his imagination. That's so important to me. And again, I hope that some of these traditions resonate with you. I hope that you find at least one of the 7 that you like and that you can adopt or try next year for your family, or in the last few days we have left before Christmas, start them for yourself. And if you do, or if you already have some of these traditions, comment below and let me know what they are. This portion is just a little bit of words of encouragement, because that's really what the video that I did not post last week was about. For those of us that are having trouble tapping into the holiday spirit, I really just want you to know that I get it. I get it. I will go into more detail about this at next week's video, but a lot of my intentionality around the holidays and birthdays comes from losing so many people in my life. from it starting when I was in high school, just losing a lot of friends and family. And it really does something to you, and it changes you forever. And I told myself that the things that I could control, I would do my best to tap into. And the one way that I keep my spirits high around this time of year is pouring love into my kids, pouring love into myself, and remembering that there are ways to get help if I really, really, really need it. If I am struggling, I will call up a therapist in a heartbeat. I will go to praying in a heartbeat. Listen, I will do whatever I need to do to lift my own spirits, because it starts with us. It's hard to engage in any of these traditions if you're not feeling your best. So for those of you who battle with seasonal depression, I encourage you to talk with your pastor, become a part of some sort of group at your church to keep yourself busy, connect with actual people if you can find the energy to do so, and couple that with some therapy. Get to the root of why you're hurting, and then do things to foster self-love. It'll really, really, really help you. Now, again, I'm not a therapist. I do not tout myself out to be the guru on mental health or self-help or self-love, because it all is still a work in process for myself. But I do believe that some of the things that I do that are extremely intentional help me continue to be filled with love, positive delusion, and to just remember that, like, we get this magical time of year once in 365 days. Why not make it a thing? Why not be a little extra? We have a justification because it's the holidays, you know? And I really just want you guys to know that God loves you. This season of hurt and pain will pass. If you live where like in upstate, or, you know, or up north, or where it's really cold, then in a few more months, we're going to get some sunshine. Don't let whatever's going on in your mind and heart cloud all of the joy that you can have. You know, try your best to do something that could lift your spirit. I hope that this is helpful. I hope that this video added some value, and I hope to see you guys next week. Again, next week's video will be all about the holiday party, y'all. The holiday party is lit. It's a situation, and I can guarantee you a time will be had. Much love, everyone.